We needed some extra storage here in the laundry room. So for about $75, I built this upper cabinet. And you can too. I'm Eddie Field with Field Guided DIY, and I'm going to show you step by step how I built this cabinet. Let's dive in. Now, step one is make your cuts. I did use the table saw for some of the cuts, but you don't have to. You can use a circular saw. Now, to make straight cuts, I used the circular saw with the Swanson straight edge saw guide. You'll also need a drill, and I also used the Kreg pocket hole jig. I added adjustable shelving with the Kreg adjustable shelving jig, and I added the concealed hinges with the Kreg concealed hinge jig. I'll have a link to all of these in the description below. Now with our stock cut, it's time to drill out pocket holes with the Kreg pocket hole jig. Then you assemble your box. Then you cut your stock for the face frame. Now we'll drill some pocket holes to hold the face frame together. Now it's time to assemble the face frame. You know, one of the things I love most about the K4 is its portability. Like when you forget to drill your pocket holes. Next, I'm installing a wall cleat that'll allow me to anchor the upper cabinet to the wall. Now I've drilled pocket holes so I can attach an edge piece that'll sit between the two face pieces of the shelf. Now we assemble the doors. We used 1x3 stock for the face frame of the doors and 1/4-inch plywood for the flat panel. Once the doors are assembled, we drill holes for the concealed hinge using the concealed hinge jig from Kreg and install the hinges. I've got a complete video and step-by-step on how to install your hinges in another video in the link above. Now, when installing an upper cabinet, it's really helpful to have a dead man, that is, a block of wood that supports the cabinet from below to hold it in place while you screw it in. I install the doors after the cabinet is hung. It makes things a lot easier. For more helpful tips on woodworking, click the image on your screen now.